What's going on, NBA YouTube world? This is your boy, Dre. I was supposed to have uploaded this last night. However, I never got a chance to. Let's be honest here. Never got a chance to. Now I got a chance to. So, we had our very first major NBA trade of the trade deadline this offseason. Already starting off crazy. We had my Oklahoma City Thunder be involved in a trade. What? So early. It was Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso in Chicago from Chicago Bulls. Alex Caruso. That's it. Nothing else. No picks attached. No salary filler. No pies being made. No dinner. No none of that. We just this is a straight up trade. I listened to shout out to Kenny. Shout out to him. I was listening to Kenny's thoughts of everything and stuff, because I had to listen to my boy, because he a Bulls fan, and I know the Bulls fans be going through it. And I was watching, and I listened to Rusty Buckets. I was looking through the social media world because I had to get a grasp about what everybody was thinking of when this trade went down. Let's be honest here. This is my honest opinion. I'm not saying this because I'm a Thunder fan, but this is how I truly feel. The Thunder had a timeline. The Thunder had this interesting timeline. A couple years ago when we was tanking, not tanking, when we just sucked. Let's be honest, we just sucked. We was in rebuild mode. While we was doing that, and all that stuff was going on, we had time for the development, right? We had time to develop the team, and then we had like 2 years, 2.5 years of developing. Shea came into his own. Luke Dort started to get a little bit better, and Josh Giddey can come along later on. And then the next year, we had J Dub, and we had added more players, and they continued to get better and better. Slowly, record doesn't show that way, but they will continue to get better and better. And finally, we ended up getting the draft pick for Chet Holmgren, out his entire rookie season. Okay. Even with that said, I was like, we should be able to make the play-in. At minimum make the play-in. That's exactly what we did. During those development times, Josh Giddey really didn't. It was going too fast for Josh Giddey, in my personal opinion. It went too fast for him because he needed time to continue to develop. He didn't have time to develop anymore. The Thunder was here. They was knocking on playoff doors. Granted, this past season, I thought we was at least a 6 seed. Let's go 5 or 6 seed at the max. That's what I thought. Because I was like, yeah. I said even with Chet coming back and stuff, he's gonna do whatever he's gonna do. I said, I don't think we're gonna be a top tier seed in the West. I think we should be able to be out the play in again to like at least a 5th or 6th seed, and then the next year, that coming year, we'll be able to go and be a top 4 seed in the West or something. No. Shea continued to average 30. J Dub continue his improvement of getting better every single year. I think he was close between 17 and 20 points a game. Luke Dort now not needing to be the most offensive minded player on the court because he's more defensively. He can get his in strides, and he can get his when he can open up threes sometimes. He was going good. And then Chet surprised me as a rookie. I'm not going to lie. Chet surprised me heavily as a rookie. Defensively, amazing. Rebounding, it's going to get better. And just flowing with the offense to where he didn't have to sit there and need the ball in his hands to be dominant. That was really surprised me. I'm not going to lie. That surprised me a lot. So with that, and then the bench getting better, they started playing more in their role. What's his name? Wallace, a really good defensive backup point guard. Aaron Wiggins still being Aaron Wiggins, really good, really solid play off the bench. Isaiah Joe hitting them threes like it ain't nothing. Jay Will, when he gets his time, he looks solid. He looks like a solid backup big. He looks okay. He looks like a solid backup big, nothing too crazy. He's not going to do anything crazy, but he did start stretching the floor out a little bit, trying to hit some couple threes, keep the floor space as much as possible. Everybody was just rolling. And while I'm watching Josh Giddey, the one thing about his game I always realized, the thing about his game is that he needs the ball in his hand. That's one. Not only does he need the balls in his hands, his offensive game needs to improve. And with the team and the way the team was rolling and pushing forward, he didn't have time to develop anymore. The team became a top, aka the first seed in the West this year. He didn't have time to grasp it in and come into his own because so many people need the ball. I mean, so many people had the balls in their hand, and Shea comes down the court and he gives the ball to J Dub, and J Dub does his thing offensively. Shea does his thing offensively. There's times to where Chet does his thing offensively, and Josh Giddey got to a point to where he was unplayable because he couldn't hit threes, he couldn't hold open shots. Not only that, but the ball without his hand, he's kind of like, oh, okay, well, I don't have the ball in my hand. I don't know what to do, you know. And those are the type of players that has to have time to develop into a different type of system. I think if we was able to go ahead and I think if we was still in the rebuilding phases where we can give the ball to him more often, then maybe he gets better like that. But at this point in time of his career, he can't do that. He's 6'8", but when he plays, it still feels like he don't realize he's 6'8", that he can attack anybody he wants to on the court. He can get inside the paint and try to finish and stuff. It don't feel like he knows he can do that. I also think his playmaking skills, I think he's a good playmaker. I think he's a really good playmaker, and that he can't do that while on this team. So when he got traded, I already knew he was gonna get traded. I've been telling guys on my jobs that Thunder fans and stuff, we talk about the Thunder and all that stuff. I said, yeah. I said I think he's a really good player, underrated. I think he's a really underrated defender, passer, not defender, passer. The problem is he doesn't have the ball in his hands because everybody else has developed into has taken that next leap, and he has not. He's at the bottom offensively. He has not done that just yet. So him being traded to the Bulls, we're getting back Alex Caruso. For us side of things, Alex Caruso's a nice defensive guard. I don't think he's starting. I think they're still going to bring him off the bench. Him and Wallace off the bench as a duo. Beautiful, beautiful work. I'm just wondering who we're going to get in the starting lineup. I think, like I said, I think he's not starting. I could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong. But I feel like the plan is to get another big next to Chet. Now, that's a whole different conversation to have because there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. I don't know exactly, and we can draft somebody. I don't know exactly what's the ideal that Sam Pesky wants to do to put next to Chet for rebounding purposes. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I do. I don't know because there's so many options that could be available at any point in time. We can come in, we can continue the summer, can keep going in draft time, and next thing you know, it's Zion saying he wants out, and the Thunder are like, hey, we got like 5 picks, we got like 6 picks y'all could have, and Zion's the Thunder. But now Zion's playing next to Chet, and then Zion gets in the crazy shape, and Zion underneath the Thunder staff, now he's shooting threes and mid rangers and crap like that. You never know. I don't know. Anything can happen in the NBA world. So, like I said, I think Alex Caruso's coming off the bench. Alex Caruso is a really great defensive guard, and he just brings defense. He brings really good defense. One of the better role players in the NBA. He made all defensive team playing less than 25 minutes, I think, or something like that. So that's kind of crazy that he's able to do that. And I think he did it off the bench too. He wasn't starting. So he just brings more defense to this team. And this could be a year where he's shooting 30 between 36 and 42% from the three. You never know. I don't know. But I know he's a good addition to have for the Thunder. For the Bulls side of things, I know the Bulls fans are really upset about this because you guys do have a lot of guards. You still have Lonzo, Zach LaVine, add Josh Giddey to the mix, Ayo DeSumo, Kobe White. All right there, that's like 5 guards I named for you guys already. I'm assuming. I'm not too for sure because I'm not in the front office. I'm not in the front office. I'm assuming they're gonna move off of Zach LaVine. I think they're gonna move off of Zach LaVine. I think, which I don't want to say this, but I think they might put Josh Giddey at the small forward position. I think the next lineup is gonna be Kobe White, Ayo DeSumo, Josh Giddey, Patrick Williams, and Vucevic. But then again, I can also see a world where it's Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Patrick Williams, and whatever the front court is, or whatever the combinations is. I don't think they're going to bring back DeMar DeRozan. They should not bring back DeMar DeRozan. Not, I don't think they should not bring back DeMar DeRozan. That's idiotic if they bring him back. They're not bringing back DeMar DeRozan. It's done. It's washed. Get over it. We're done with that. I think Josh Giddey for the way I see it, the way I watch young players, I see how their game plays, especially when they're on bad teams and stuff or just underrated teams. And I watch how they play, and I kind of compare them to some players from the past or what I think their peak could be. But Josh Giddey, I know Bulls fan. I know it's gonna be a little bit hard to get used to it. I think Josh Giddey's at his absolute best in his prime. I think you're looking at a 6'8" version of Steve Nash with the passing. The scoring, I don't know if he's gonna ever come into that. I think Josh Giddey at some point he'll be between a 15 to about 19 point per game scorer. He could surprise me and get up to the 20 mark, but I think between 15 and 19 is his ceiling. I think he gets about the double digits assists. I think he grabs the rebounds since he's 6'8". And I think that's what it is. Now, whether or not he becomes a better outside shooter, I'll assume so. He's young still. I assume that happens. Better defensively, I assume so because he's 21. I don't know. Then again, maybe he becomes average at that. And that's what he is. Let's go 15 points, 7 rebounds, 10 plus assists, average defender. I think that's nice. I don't know how long the Bulls will keep him on the team. If they, I don't know if that's the long term wise. I don't know if they're going to keep him at all. He might find himself in a different situation altogether. You never know. I think he's just one of those players to where the Bulls are taking him and then letting him walk or something, and then just gets like a player, he'll go sign with the Spurs, and the Spurs turn him into what they want him to turn him to. Like I said, I'm not 1,000%. I'm not 1,000%. Should be interesting this all season. We already got the first big trade, so this is very exciting. JJ Redick is the new Los Angeles Lakers coach. They gave him a 4-year deal. Godly, I'm not gonna lie. These teams got to do better with signing these coaches, especially people with no experience. Freaking 4-year deal already. You don't want to give him a 2-year deal just to see if it works out first. You want to jump into 4? Godly. If I'm not mistaken, JJ Redick has no coaching experience. Zero. Not assistant coaching, not on the bench coaching, none of that. He has no coaching experience. The Lakers organization are planning on adding veteran assistant coaches around him to help ease him through the beginning stages of his coaching career. Cool. First name I saw that was reported was Rondo. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I don't know if that's going to be true or not. This has two ways of going, in my personal opinion. Is either he does really solid, comfortable enough for Lakers fans and for the media and for the front office to be like, all right, cool, we got our man for the next 4 years. Or it goes to Steve Nash in the Brooklyn Nets route to where it's just bad in general and he ended up getting, you know what I'm saying? It's one or the other. It's not both. It's one or the other. I don't know which one though. Hopefully he does something solid at least, solid enough to where the Lakers feel and the front office feel comfortable. But he is going to LA. He's going to a major marketplace where the fan base is really toxic. The media will be on his head for anything and everything possible. So we're just gonna hope that he can tune the noises out and focus on coaching the best to his ability. He actually listens to the players he has around him, his assistant coaches. Hopefully, he does solid enough to where we're like, cool, he did okay. But I know you Lakers fans are probably not gonna be too excited for JJ Redick because godly, this is another coach, man. They should have just kept Frank Vogel. Come on, let's be honest. Should have just kept Frank Vogel. Westbrook trade should never happen. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. But those are my thoughts on the trade and JJ Redick being the head coach. This offseason is going to be fantastic, people. This offseason is going to be fantastic. With any new trades that comes up, I will do my best to try to get them out as fast as possible. Same day, hopefully. I'll try to. And I'm tuned in. Hope y'all tuning in for this off season. This is how we start the off season. It's gonna be this should be interesting. But you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe. More videos coming. The summertime is here. All season is here. I'm gonna do my best I can. I'll catch y'all later.